Hey, welcome to Blunt Questions, the world's gayest podcast.
Man, if you're a true Robin Joe fan, you're gonna get that.
You'll
Blunt
get that in a
Questions
heartbeat.
is the best,
By the
dude.
way, hey, cheers. Cheers.
Right?
Look at this.
Everybody?
Hey, right here, fellas.
Yeah.
Chocolate milk's for the boys.
Woo!
Eric brought by some chocolate milk in his bitch tonight.
I'm a man of class.
That is,
How's that?
it's the greatest chocolate milk I've ever had.
It's so good, right?
It's hands down the greatest chocolate
Hey,
milk I've ever drank.
They're not even a sponsor, but shout out South Mountain Creamery. That's who makes this. It's a farm around
This
here.
needs to be a sponsor.
So good.
This is
South
absolutely
Mountain
incredible.
Creamery.
Let's get this. Let's get this air check to them.
Now,
By the way, if you're making chocolate milk with anything other than whole milk, you can fuck right off.
Oh,
Oh,
you're
that-
making
right,
me
right.
chocolate almond milk.
I'm pretty sure this is
Suck it.
like two halves and halves put together plus chocolate. So,
God, there's something. You know what it is? It's sweet. It's not overwhelming.
Look at it hang on the glass.
Look at these. Like I say, look at the legs. Look at the legs.
Thick.
It sticks
It's
with
a
you real
thick
nice.
boy.
This is gonna be pure fucking dire later. This is 100%.
Am I going to get one of your special videos later?
Yep.
Justin?
I
Yeah.
have a tendency to have diarrhea and send Eric videos. This is gonna be oatmeal on porcelain.
I was saying
We
earlier,
went for like a good year of like once a week. I or Justin would send each other it's just a picture of our face and
Yeah.
then just the most lewd fart wet sound that comes out of our body that
Oh,
you've ever heard.
It's just you and I, good acoustics,
Yeah.
sitting somewhere. We say nothing. It looks like some sort of hostage video, like there's a little red dot floating on me, and then hot pudding gurgle.
we were saying
The worst.
We were saying earlier. You said you think you're probably lactose intolerant,
Mhm.
and I was saying I don't know because half of my movements are just liquid.
Yeah.
At least 1 out of 2.
Well, that was like I don't know if this is a deep cut for people, but there's a local comedian named Mike Stork. He's very funny, but he has a joke about poutine and he's like, "Oh, enjoy the diarrhea." He's like, "I will. What do you like to wipe more?"
Yeah.
I'm done in one swipe. I guess you just like wiping. I don't know.
Hey, I figuratively speaking, not literally shit my pants about an hour ago in the car because I got a text from someone that you guys
okay.
both know, and I didn't realize that this person was with someone. And you know who this fella is there, correct? You know that guy,
I know
Joe?
him. Yes, I know him well.
He's an account executive.
I know his
and-
wife too.
Yes. So he asked me this question here. He says, there's a local venue that we've done some stuff with before. They're interested in booking you. Who should they contact? And then I say, me directly. He goes, which email? And I send him that. Okay.
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 I like the dot boy.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Dripping hole at buttmail.boy. He's with the client at the time and just sees an email come through and just goes, there it is, and hands it to him. And just hands a client that wants to book me to email me at drippinghole@buttmail.boy.
Are they still booking you?
Haven't heard back. He calls me a second later. He goes, dude, I need your real one. And I go, well, it's clearly not my real one. He goes, I just showed them that. I realized. He's like, dude, just send me the real one. And just hangs up.
He doesn't
So-
have your Hearst email.
He needs my Gmail,
Oh,
yeah.
my actual one. So
You know,
anybody, feel free to email drippinghole@buttmail.boy and see if you get a bounce back.
years ago,
God damn it.
I had a very similar situation happen to one of my coworkers. My friend at the time, Shawnee and roommate, he's a bit of a prankster. Well, he was in charge that day. He was working with the IT guy. They needed to get in everybody's computer. So they call our coworker Bob. And Bob doesn't trust Shawnee if Shawnee calls. He thinks Shawnee's fucking with him. So he goes, hey, the IT guy's here. I need your password. He goes, oh, my password? Let's go fuck yourself. And he just hangs up and he goes, Shawnee just without hesitation, he goes, it's go fuck yourself to the guy. and so he gives it to him, right? And then he calls back. He's like, hey, man, is it like a capital or something like that? Because it's not working. He's like, wait, the IT guy's really there? He's like, yes, we got to get in your computer and do your service. And he goes, oh, shit. And he goes, all right. It's gay dolphin sex. It's so much better.
Capital G,
Capital
A-Y,
G,
capital
at
D.
symbol.
Oh, okay. Underscore, boy underscore pussy. Which, by the way, I've been sneaking in a few ussies this week on the
Uh-huh.
air. I'm not sure if you heard. What was the one?
Oh.
Oh, you've seen the new Baysox logo that everyone's clowning
the
on.
vagina.
that
Have you seen
oyster
the oyster one? Yeah, and they're calling it the Glavusi. And I snuck in a few and was waiting for the warm line ring, and it never came through.
Hell yeah.
So I think we're in the era. We're gonna start hearing a few more ussies get snuck in a little bit under the radar.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Nice.
hey, this past weekend, thank you. There's so many people in chat tonight. Erik Woodworth hanging out with us, one half of Bussy.
It is true.
With I got to ask you about your Church of Satire show because I hear you guys fucking destroyed.
Did have a good show.
Erik Woodworth with us, Joe Robinson as always. Rob Mayer returning next week.
Yeah.
Well, let's start there because that's where people want to go. When Rob returns, may you
I think
travel
Rob's in
safely.
chat.
Right? No,
Yeah,
Rob's
yeah.
in chat. When Rob returns to the show, you've been to the social, his social, the Patreon page. Rob has a story to tell. So to the few people that have reached out fucking behind the scenes clandestinely, A, I don't know, and B, if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Okay,
Yeah,
so let's wait for Rob to tell the story because it is his in whatever manner he so decides to.
If he's a patron, if you're a patron, he does leave some Easter eggs. He just did a Rob pod that kind of alludes to some of that which happened.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much if I want to reveal anything at all other than the tease that Rob's vacation to Hawaii, there was a compelling event the very first day, which essentially, as far as in Rob's words, ruined his vacation. So, and he said it tells like a movie plot.
Yeah, twists, turns, maybe it's not over. Also,
May I make a prediction?
please,
Sure.
David Koechner, Kaiser Soze.
Oh, it's him. He did it. He's the one who did it.
He's like, God, this bitch is tall. Whoever this chick is,
This bitch is bald.
this bitch smells just like Keckner as he goes to pull her hair wig off.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, bang my whammy.
All right.
Yeah, we'll see. I will not
fun.
speculate. I'll let Rob do it. It might be, and again, this is Rob. So regular show, Patreon show. I'm always down to fucking turn a tragedy into an opportunity. So I say we put this bitch behind a paywall. But again, I'll let
it's
Rob.
Rob gets to decide how he wants to do it.
It's Rob's thing. Rob plays a key role in the.
No,
Rob
he said-
Keckner says he plays a key role in the investigation.
Oh.
Holy shit!
All right.
Yeah, this is crazy. So Rob's gonna be in Albany coming up this week. He'll be back next week. We're getting back on the Patreon train. No Patreon teases tonight. I fucking swear I remember a couple of commercial breaks, but yes, when Rob gets back,
Dave
we'll get
Dennis
it
in
all.
chat. He says, "I blame the victim." That's
But,
a reference to the play that is it the movie script that Rob wrote with 3 other friends.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dave Dennis. He came out to Bussy's show at the Cellar
That motherfucker's
Door on
ride or
Sunday
die.
night.
Dave Dennis
He's a
was
man.
also at the Senator
Bad motherfucker,
during
Dave
Justin's airing of I guess was that the
Chaos
premiere,
Theory.
the
Yeah,
premiere
The
of
premiere.
Chaos Theory. It was cool, man. I went to Chaos Theory with a couple friends. I said hi to Justin when I came in, but there's
I feel bad that I got to see
Yeah.
everyone and hang out with no one.
well, there's 400 people there. I just left and I said, you did real great. I didn't, dude, it was awesome. I can kiss your ass on this show, whatever. I'm sure you had a million texts and all this stuff. I'm sure you were buried. But in the row in front of me, I took a picture. I sent it to you.
Yeah.
Fucking John Waters.
Fucking John Waters.
Mhm.
We asked if he'd like to come out and didn't expect it. And we asked him actually initially, I'll pull the curtain back. We asked him to introduce it. And he's got a non-compete with other venues that he can only speak there. I think he could speak at like the Hippodrome, the Lyric, some other places. He's like, I can only speak there, but if I can make it out to watch, I will. The same way, like Erik, if you were like, hey, if you want to help me hang sheetrock next weekend,
Yeah.
I'd love to have you. Like, oh yeah, if I can make it, I will.
Sure.
Never fucking intending to do it. Never expected to see him. Do you know how he got there?
Walked.
He got out of a cab,
Oh, really?
Oh, look at
a
that.
yellow checkered cab.
Oh, hell yeah.
We saw him. We're like, Mr. John Waters, we have a booth set upstairs just for you. He goes, I'll find a seat between a couple people.
Hey, I
Just sat in a fucking row with the every people.
I sat right behind him. I was directly. I wasn't directly behind him, but the people that I was with were directly behind him.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And first of all, 2 things. I watched him the whole time. Fucking laughed through the whole show.
Oh,
Never laughed throughout the whole thing.
Oh, thank fuck.
right?
Yeah.
And then at the end, my buddy goes, "Hey, can I get a picture taken with you?" And he goes, "No,
No.
No, you can't.
You got him on the way in.
You
I got a photo
cannot-
with him. And goodbye. That was it. I mean, the guy
well,
wanted to get in, get out.
you're the star. That's a different thing. But dude, listen, it was whatever.
Yeah, it was.
It
I'm
was
happy with how it turned out.
It was a fucking hysterical. It was packed. It was awesome. I had buddies. I always think like, can I even be objective? You know what I mean?
You're close to the thing.
Like when I'm watching my
Both of
kid
you
play
are close to this
basketball,
bit.
yeah, it's like I can't. I know he's the worst player on the team. I mean, can I objectively see that?
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So Justin has this, and of course but the other thing, it is a home crowd.
Oh, it's a home field advantage if there ever was.
But these two guys that came with me, they don't even know who the fuck Justin is.
Did they like it?
They fucking
Thank
loved
God,
it.
dude.
They loved it. They loved it. They were like, "Oh my God, where's that going to be? Netflix?" I go, "Probably not.
Probably fucking YouTube. No, definitely not Netflix.
They go, "Where's it going to be? Is it going to be in theaters all?"
It's going to be on the same thing we're currently streaming on shortly.
I mean, you're shooting for Tubi right now.
I'm shooting for fucking Tubi bought it. I'd be ecstatic. Joe asked me on one of the last podcasts, what would you consider this to be a success in your eyes? And I said, anything other than YouTube. That's it. I mean, literally, if it was on Shudder, if Pornhub offered to put it up, which not the worst idea in the world. If I could submit it to Pornhub, that'd be great. If it ended up on a platform right now, absolutely zero interest from anyone, anywhere.
Well,
all doors have been shut.
I think
so
about
we're
that
on the way to being YouTube before the end of the month.
Because, Nick Mullins was on YouTube.
Yes.
And Nick Mullen, I mean,
Nick Mullen's an interesting character because Nick Mullen is a very self-contained entity. He's not beholden to anyone. Holy shit, the new fucking Stavi's World with the Cumtown reunion.
Oh, is it awesome?
Dude, the Cumtown reunion is
fucking
great.
10. How they pissed off Blue Chew.
Yes. Yes.
Dude.
All right, I got to
There
check it
is
out.
an all-time story about how they upset YouTube by saying, I don't want to give it away. It's so fucking funny.
It's on YouTube. You can watch
it.
The whole
Is.
thing.
It's like, when a band like posthumously after like, Prince's estate goes, hey, we have a song. It was never released. You listen to it and you go, that's why. Or like there's a director's cut for a film. This is one of those, like, it sounds like an unreleased something. The Cumtown Boys, Adam Friedland, Stavros Salkis, Nick Mullen. And it's as fucking good as some of their best episodes ever.
Okay.
Like they don't get into anything to do with the end of Cumtown. It's just taking calls and Stabby's at the wheel, but it's brilliant.
Listen, the 20 minutes where they shit on Adam trying to tell his story.
Dude, about him in Australia? It was like, he crushed so
story.
hard. What a hero. God, I'm calling him a bug. I love to just keep calling him a bug.
All right.
But no, it was the senator was great. And sorry to everybody that they're like, they wanted a Zen West afterwards, which is a cafe restaurant next door. For like an after party.
Hey, hold on.
I couldn't get off.
I ate at the burger place next door. What's that?
No, I don't know. I know the name. I know that place. I don't know what it is.
You're allowed to take your burgers into the center, which I didn't know.
Yeah, you can get food and go in with
Dude,
it.
that thing, I don't know what it's called.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh my God, it's a fucking fire. Whatever. Somebody will know in chat.
So
there's Clark Burger. Yeah,
hell yeah. Clark Burger rules.
So good.
There's a couple Clark Burgers. They're pretty great.
Yeah, so good.
So let me walk you through the rest of the weekend because I really thought I was going to be on a fucking downward slide. Okay.
Oh, you mean Senator?
Yes,
whatever.
Senator, boom,
Right,
all the way
okay.
down. So I did the Senator thing, gangbusters, pray for your boy. The next night, I was doing a show called Park Books, which is a bookstore upstairs from a bookstore 10 minutes from my house.
You know how I knew that you were doing that show?
How?
I got
You turned it down.
I got an email forwarded to me.
Yeah.
From my mother-in-law.
That your mother-in-law was going to go?
Was she there?
My mother-in-law goes to Park Books in Sykesville.
Don't
and
you
they send
know
them out
this
to both
person?
Don't you
locations.
know this fella? He's very rude.
They forwarded it to me in
How
case I
many-
wanted to go.
How many people can Park Books seat?
It's upstairs. So they have a bookstore downstairs.
Okay.
It's a cute little boutique bookstore. It ain't like a fucking Barnes and Noble, but upstairs they have a big, I say big. That's not true.
Like what's upstairs at Bright Box, that kind of thing?
You ever been upstairs to the fourth floor of 98 Rock, the executive room?
Yes.
It's that big.
Okay.
So a sizable room that they put about 85, 90 people in there, but they're big circular tables, which I don't like because some of the table inevitably has to turn around.
Yeah, it's like a wedding.
It sucks.
Yeah,
no one likes that. So that show went well. But again, a bit of a come down. The one I was dreading was Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday one, and I was teasing Eric with this when you were upstairs getting everything ready for tonight.
What a killer lineup.
Dude. Okay.
Are you allowed to make fun of the lineup?
I'm gonna. Okay. Liz King was your host, and what a fucking great person. And she went out there, and the place, it's in the Horseshoe Casino, which I'm falling back in love with. They're great, and they're trying to book us for a bunch of stuff. And they got a club in the place called The Charm. The only issue with it, it's a structural thing. They can't fix it. Is the back of the room faces the chaos that is a casino.
Okay.
So this room was not closed off. So you're hearing like
I
the fucking
gotcha.
Wheel of Fortune slot machine going.
Right.
Pie Gal Poker's fucking going crazy. Someone's getting pulled away from the roulette table. It's nuts. It's a Saturday night. It's downtown. It's at a casino. It's mayhem in there. So this guy, Dan Levin, books it. And Liz King, she's got to go up first. And Liz King, she has to kind of dive on the grenade. And she fucking fights and she gets them. But goddamn, does she have to put her hands up at first? I mean, she has to fight to get their fucking attention. So afterwards was supposed to be another guy that was going to be on the show that I wanted to work with because he books a bunch of rooms around here. Those don't tell things.
Yeah.
Okay. And he bails last minute because he gets a much better show out in like, I think Go Bananas in Cincinnati, which is a pretty great club.
Okay.
And I saw the new lineup and I go, where's my guy at? And they go, he took a weekend, can't be mad. And I see that they've replaced him with someone who I've never heard of.
This is the headliner?
This is
You're the
Dan
headliner.
Levin. No, I'm not the headliner.
Okay.
Dan Levin is the headliner. I'm the feature. And there's two openers,
got
Liz and this other person. And
And you were nervous about this other
Yes.
person. You
I was
you were
dreading.
legit nervous that this person was going
Is
to
just gonna come in and put the boots to this.
casket.
Yeah.
Yes.
Paul Simon doesn't want to go on after Metallica.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Garth Brooks doesn't want to go on after Baby Metal.
Got it.
The fucking
point.
pieces don't
It doesn't
fit.
work.
It's his
Mm.
orange juice
Okay.
and toothpaste. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, Rob once played a game called Real or Fake Urban Comic.
Right.
Okay. And this would have slotted in real nice.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm going to kind of talk out of both sides of my mouth here a little bit. I did the Justin Ian Daniels bit. It's not a fucking nickname. I just renamed myself to an extent, but I went like, J Money to Bomb or anything like
Yes,
that.
Right.
Well, this person had a fucking nickname that it didn't even make any sense. I'm just going to call them, a doo-doo.
Comedian, the comedian.
The comedian, the comedian. So comedian to comedian shows up. And comedian to comedian, immediately I walk up, I'm like, hi, I'm Justin, you're the comedian. And they go, you look a lot different than your picture. Your picture nasty.
That's this person right here.
That's this person right there.
Okay,
I wrote down.
okay.
She goes, your picture nasty. It's the first word she said to me. I go, all right, I'm going to process this. I'm going to deal with it. I go, why are you holding a hand towel with a caricature of yourself? I sell them. I'm like,
Okay,
yes, you
cool.
do. I'm looking at someone she's with setting up a table of fucking 9 level at an open mic merch.
Right.
Okay,
And
tight.
she's going on third to last, right?
She's going on right before me. So
and then
I've got
you're
to
going
clean
on
up.
before somebody
I
else.
go on after her, and then the headliner goes on after
Right.
me.
Usually that person doesn't sell merch. Essentially the guest.
No. You know who
Yeah.
didn't sell merch? Anybody else.
Yes, of course.
No
not.
one. And I mean, when I tell you this fucking table looked like one of the goddamn Dudley boys would put an opponent through it, the fucking amount of merch.
Did it look like a concert where they have 19 different
Yeah,
t-shirts?
she's got like the big, like the lattice wall where they're hooking up like, like fake title belts.
Does she call them the turbo towels?
The terribles. So
God, it would be hilarious if they sold for like $70.
I'm listening to her talk to other people behind the scenes because they have a little green room area, and we're trying to put this is the first comedy show they've ever done. And
Right.
Dan Levin's there, and he's trying to make sure everything goes great. And they're talking about, were you guys here for the sound check? Does everything sound good? I'm like, yeah, everything sounds fine. Is there any way we could maybe curtain off the back? And then whenever they'd ask her a question, it's like, I got the poll and I'm on a roll. It's like, I don't know what. I just asked you what time.
She
Like,
is.
Yeah, I
what's
like
up?
her, by the way.
We're gonna. Well,
Hey,
I
if I
can't
was
wait.
there when she said your picture's nasty, I would have laughed.
you picture. Oh, I was like, oh, you would have
I'd be
cracked
in
up.
tears.
I would be
So
like, we're
they
gonna be
keep-
friends.
asking, hey, do it to him again. Do it to him again.
I
more
mean, yeah,
time.
I'll put it aside. Go, hey,
Yeah.
he likes it.
Hey, tell him. He likes to sing. We call his son gay. So people are continuing to ask the questions you ask comics before a show.
Mhm.
You're doing 20, Justin, or 30. When do you want me to light you? Light me at 25.
Mhm.
Liz, you're the host. Doing 10. You want me to light you at 8? Comedian to comedian. You're doing 15. When you're the latest. Hitting the road because I got to go. And you see Dan go, he goes, I don't know what that means. I'm going to flash you at 13. She's not talking. She's just making these fucking
Everything is done in
statements.
parables.
It's all parables.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Or like, all right, yeah. The good Lord bless me, so don't you stress me. We're all like, well,
God,
and then we're all starting to look at each other like the sound guy.
Is she
starting-
from Baltimore?
No, she's from DC.
Okay.
So
I won't see the light, but my set be tight.
dude, it's like you're fucking there.
Did she say once you go white, you'll still be tight?
That would have murdered. That would have murdered. So
All right.
Liz goes up. She does what she's got to do. And the crowd's starting to get fucking warmed up. And then comedian to comedian goes up. And she makes this joke like, I'm the DEI hire. More like the OLD hire. Look at me.
I would. Hey,
Quiet.
if
You
Joe
would have gotten one laugh. I
Hey,
can tell you that.
if Joe Robinson was there, he would.
Oh, you'll hear from one guy during the show. Hits another one. All these people out there doing ADHD. She goes, doing ADHD. And I'm going, oh, I'm doing AHN. Oh, hell no.
I'm not gonna lie. I like it.
Everything was an acronym joke.
Everything.
It was all acronyms.
It was an acronym joke. People want to know, I remember them. People want to know what type of birth control I'm on. People talking about, oh, you're on the pill. I'm on the MOP, the master of the pullout. Fucking, and she's getting.
She should have said,
fucking-
I'm on the IUD. I'm on the MOP. She should have.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's you already improved the
Come
joke.
on, it's like letters.
Dude, it's fucking
When I have
Acronym-
sex, it's like AARP. Armenians always have real piss.
yeah. What type of computer you got? An Apple? I got an HP. Hennessy, please. No. I want you
She
guys.
didn't murder. She's murdering right now.
This is killing.
This is harder than it's ever had. This is harder right now.
Oh God!
This goes on for about 12 minutes.
right?
In between everyone, where she's getting a shit's crazy. Shit is
Mhm,
crazy.
mhm.
Shit is, she's dabbing her head with the thing. Finally does one more fucking acronym, whatever, and she goes, it's not going to be as funny to you as it was to me, but I looked for the man because I was like, your dinner is on me. I'm taking you to Gordon Ramsay's steak. She goes at the very end, she's like, my name's comedian to comedian. That's my perspective because my mama told me. Wait, nothing. A guy goes, that's never going to catch on. I don't know who it was, but from the back of the room, a solo fucking voice
Yes.
just yelled out, that's never going to catch on.
That's not true. He's wrong because I'm going to start saying.
I'm going to start. Well, the issue is that prompted the one and only laugh is I scream laugh. I honk like a fucking goose laugh.
Oh,
And there's no
God.
green room. There's just a curtained area.
Oh, that's
And I
great.
can just loud like, and you clearly like see her like turn her head. At that point, she just gets behind the merch table.
Just
How many
poke-
towels did she
not a
sell?
fucking thing.
God, if she sold towels after that. Hey,
Not
I'll tell you
anything.
this right now. If Joe Robinson was there, I'd
you
have
don't
one of
want-
those
you
fucking.
don't
Oh, I'd have bought 'em all.
100%. I would have had
Holy
one of those
shit.
towels.
You-
It was just
You
one
get
of those.
enough to get a blanket made out of them.
Yeah, you can make a whole goddamn beach towel. You got quilts
Well,
for it.
that's one of the luxuries you have when you are the feature. Is that if for whatever reason things don't go well, you can get the fuck out of Dodge.
Get
you know what
the
I mean?
fuck
The
out of
last
there.
thing I would
Mhm.
do is stand behind a merch table if I just got fucking heckled as my closer.
I remember a dude, I bet you know who the guy's name is, so I don't want to disparage him too much. But there was a guy that, when we came up with the Comedy Factory back in the day, the old one above Burke's,
Uh-huh.
great comedian. But again, he had a fucking nickname and he had a catchphrase at the end, and he would do well. But at the end, he'd always go, I'm Pookie and peace, love, and liquid dove. And it would confuse the fuck out of
Was
me
it Jay
every
the
time.
Chameleon?
God damn it. And I fucking love the guy,
Yeah.
but the crowd would clearly go, I don't know, did he ever reference Liquid Dove at all? He would peace, love, and Liquid Dove every time,
Hey,
completely out of
I like
nowhere.
it.
And it would just, I don't think it did him any favors.
There
'cause it would
was
just
one
confuse
comedian.
people.
God, I wish I could remember his name. He was a young black guy, and at the end of every set, he'd go 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, and he would get off stage. He'd do the shocker, and he'd get off stage. I'd be like, I like that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Right there. God, I wish I could remember his name.
Oh, if I can get fucking footage
That's
of
what-
this
maybe
set.
we
My
need-
buddy
maybe
Vegas will remember because we say it all the time because that guy. Let me see. While we're doing this, I'm gonna
Yeah,
ask
yeah,
if
yeah.
I can remember.
Do you think the DLP we could come up with our own little catchphrase to end the show?
You know what? Let's think of one before the end.
Okay,
Let's take a quick break and thank some sponsors. So, yeah, I got done with that. I was wandering around trying to find a place to eat inside of the Horseshoe. They've got, they got like a new Chinese place. They got a Mexican place in there. They got Gordon Ramsay steak, which I don't know if I can afford, although that's one of the businesses that I work with is going to take me there. You went to a Mexican spot?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yes. So I was trying to find out who said 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. I'll find that out later. Yeah. So I can only eat a few things, so I can eat carne asada on my new diet. So I go to the El Toro Bravo up here. As I walk in, I'm by myself. I'm with nobody. And a guy about as far away as the sauna that you're going to set up for me later is right.
Yeah, I'm glad you saved it for this long.
He looks at me. It's probably 2 months. He looks at me and he goes like this. He goes, right. He goes like this. He goes, like, no, like he's looking at me like, hey, what's up? Like, he knows me.
Hey.
And I'm like, now I know I don't know this guy. So as soon as I see him, you're like, I don't want to make eye contact with this guy. I do not know who he is. And so I'm like, all right, try to get a better look at him a little bit later. Okay. So I go and I sit down. Maybe 5 minutes later, 8 people come in. Okay. This guy, they know this guy. They're there to meet this guy and his wife. Okay.
All right.
Clearly his vision isn't that great. And he thought, for whatever reason, from that distance, that he saw somebody he knew, and I was that person.
Okay.
And I looked at the other people that were there.
And
I want to say, hey, motherfucker, which one of those motherfuckers did you think was me?
Yeah.
Which one of those fucking troglodytes did you fucking think?
Ugly
did
bastards.
you think was me? I looked at him and I'm telling you, it was 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1. There wasn't a fucking 3 in the bunch.
A guy that looked like the fucking lead from Touched by an Angel.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I was so fucking pissed.
Della Reese.
I literally was walking up and go, hey, you thought you knew me? Tell me. I mean, I was trying to think of which one I would prefer. And there was one.
That
I guess they would have to. Yeah,
as?
there was one that looked like what's the fucking porn star that Jeremy?
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy.
Oh, there was a Ron
that was
Jeremy.
the best looking one.
Jesus
the
Christ.
best looking one looked like Ron Jeremy.
So every one of them looked like they could put a gypsy curse on.
Yeah,
you,
yeah,
essentially.
exactly.
Every one of them looked like you bake a crow.
I'm like, give me thinner.
Bake a crow into a pie.
I was so fucking pissed. And I left in fucking disgust.
Got out of there, you disgusting bastards. Ugh, no good at all. Hey, you, I saw some of your footage recently online. You left to travel. Was it for work or what were you doing in Charlottesville?
Oh yeah, I went to
protesting,
work in
Tiki door shopping.
Finding
some like-minded fellas.
Just finding some good old people that know what America really is.
Let's see how fast this Charger can get up to.
And no, so I went down there for my day job sent me down there and to do a project, and I went and hit up some open mics because I was like, hey, I've got a hotel room every night and nothing to do, so there's one right in town. And the next night I went out to one that was about 40 minutes outside of Charlottesville in a place called Stanton, Virginia. Now, downtown
you decided
Charlotte,
to BTF? Bring the funny. We have an intern over there. No good set. I was trying high-fiving a random.
So I get to this place in Stanton on night 2, and I did really well. They put me at the end of the open mic. I was 12th, and they bumped me to the 22nd comic of the night.
One of these T. Brad Hudson shows.
Yeah.
God.
Just a cavalcade.
The fact that there's 22 comedians in Charlottesville is annoying.
It's wild.
Startling.
It's wild. But actually, let me go back to the first night. There was a guy who was he had clearly had cerebral palsy.
Hell yeah.
He was actually one of the funnier comics. He's in a wheelchair with a bike or whatever.
Okay.
It's a really fancy one where he can pump it like this, and he goes up and he does all right. He does pretty good and getting some laughs. And then midway through the show, I see this motherfucker get up and walk.
Joe, he was doing a character? Was he
His
doing a
character
bit?
was crippled?
He has cerebral palsy, but he just walks a bit. But he chose to stay in the wheelchair for his stand-up set.
Oh shit!
But he could walk to the bathroom.
Oh, he could just go and hobble on over.
I think that's a mistake.
And I thought the funniest part of it, that wasn't even the weirdest part. He walks like you would expect somebody just barely be able to. This guy has a whole like Rambo style buck knife on the back of it, like sheathed on his
Yo.
belt.
In case the shit goes down.
But
he
he's
has-
got the compass on the handle.
But he's working with 2 ski poles. I'm like, what does this guy do? You already have a better weapon in your hand if something were to happen.
Yeah,
Does he-
good
Start
point.
smacking him with the fucking forever crutch, the old Walt Jr. Hit him with one of those.
I just couldn't fathom in my mind. I'm like, where does the knife come in handy for anything that this guy does? I'm like, if you're walking, you have 2 poles already. And if you're seated, the poles are still a better choice.
Of course.
I'm like,
And also, you're not really dexterous enough. Is that the right word?
Yes.
You know, to
Yeah.
even just grab what you already have. So how many?
20 comics. How many
first-
audience members are there?
Yeah, the first
it
21.
was actually pretty packed. Like they're probably like 50 people. Ton of homeless people.
How
though.
many?
Sick.
How many minutes do you get?
I did 4 minutes. I probably did actually like 5 or 6 though.
Okay.
And,
Doing
did-
well. Keep going. I'll flash you.
But I did Crush. I did it.
Hell yeah.
Crush. And then,
Nice.
so the next night I go to this place called Stanton, Virginia. Now Stanton is like way in the sticks. This is not the liberal part of town.
Dave
This
Dennis
is the
says-
part.
Jeremy would have loved that guy.
Yeah. But this is the part where the tiki torches come from. You know
Ah,
this when you walk
yeah.
in. But I walk into this place. It's called the Bricks, and it's a nice little hole in the wall. They can smoke inside still, and I was like,
Oh,
wow, it
fuck
felt like you
yeah.
were walking into
Sick.
the
I
past,
like it.
right?
Nice.
But they had the gayest bartender I've ever seen. He looked like me, and his name was Alejandro, and he was one of these. He was a sassy gay where he'd be like, yeah, we have this, and that. Order something. Fucking order something. Will you order something? He would harass every person who took more than like 5
What
seconds
the
to order.
shit?
And I was like, I fuck with this guy, right? So I asked him, I was like, hey, can you separate my checks? Because I was like, I want to order wings, but I also want to have a couple beers. But my job will pick up.
They're going to pick up the food.
right?
You got to get
Gotcha.
the booze. Yeah.
He looks me dead in the eye and goes, honey, I'll make all your beers look like pizza. And I was like,
Oh,
I was
this
like,
oh, fuck
fucking
yeah.
guy rules.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So-
Big ass
So you
tip.
sucked his dick?
Yeah.
So I sucked this guy's dick.
Jacked him
and
off into your ranch. This
but
is creamy.
I did give him I gave him a bussy sticker. He's like, this is a gay term, right? I was like, what?
Wait. Stop. Give
Tell
me
me what
that
it
back.
means.
Get out of here.
I've got to call someone. We had thousands of these made.
So at the end of the night, right, I had this check that said I had 10 wings, and then I had a whole pizza, and then I also had a basket of fries.
Hell yeah.
Hey, your job's gonna be like, you fat fuck.
God damn,
They
Eric.
look-
We
they
said
just-
get food, not all the food.
Yeah, they looked at it. They're like, yeah, it checks out.
Yeah, check. Yeah.
No questions
No
asked.
It's
questions
tracks.
asked.
Whole pizza, fries, 10 wings.
Yeah.
That's what we assumed.
That's what his big ass
he didn't
definitely
even have
did.
his beverage.
That's amazing. You didn't even get water. There's not even a
No,
water
you
on
washed
this
down
thing.
with ranch.
Yeah, wash it down with blue cheese
Yeah.
couplets.
I just had a plethora of all this.
That's got to feel good though to go to a market that no one knows you. There's no
It
precedent
was
set.
good.
Now every open mic has. You said there's a bunch of homeless people there.
Yeah.
There's some fucking mutant. There's always
There's
there's a
tons of
raid
mutants.
zone. There's a the famous Vegas heckler that got his chest kicked in.
I will say there was this one kid who got up. He told a joke that only I laughed at from the back of the room. I did a Joe Robinson. He's like, man, imagine there was 2 deaf girls and they were scissoring. And they were just like, he started making this.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
good ass joke. Yeah,
nobody
yeah.
laughed at
More
all.
of
I
that.
would immediately be like, I'll buy that off you.
Tell it again.
I
All right.
laughed-
What do you
I
want for
laughed
that
at
premise?
Way too hard. And then it was weird. Like this guy who ran that mic, he had seen me the night before. He was like, "Can we put you up last?" I was like, "God, well, I'm honored, but fine. All right."
Fine.
So
Right.
I go last or whatever. I also get paid nothing, so I'm waiting the whole night. I got
Yeah.
there. I was one of the first people there too because I had nothing else to do. So I go up, but he's doing this thing where he's like, "Hey, tell me about your comedy." He's like trying to be like Kill Tony, just him with another mic. Like
Oh,
interview
wait a minute.
afterwards,
So when you get
right?
done, you don't get off stage.
I don't get off stage. He
I'm
wants to
hearing
interview.
fucking to Eric's
So-
point real quick that open mics across the country are fully jacking the Kill Tony
Yeah,
style.
God.
Where it's like don't do. You're not going to do it as
No, just
well.
don't do it.
You're not
I'm
going to have the
also
people.
working out material. I'm not trying to kill you.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
I'm not trying to crush and get invited back.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to golden ticket the,
I'm not
the
gonna lie.
mothership.
I went to crush both these shows.
Well, of course,
I
you're
went
in a
to
brand
murder.
new mark. Yeah.
I did one new joke and tested trues after that. So, but he's interviewing me. He's like, so, what about comedy and blah blah blah. He's asking about it. I was like, well, I've been doing comedy probably about like 15 years now, and I just want you to know, guys, everybody here, if you work really hard, you two can be right here where I'm standing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
Stanton,
It's good that you're
Virginia.
honest, because I would have been like, "This is my first time up."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I
Did I
can't
do
give you.
well?
I can't give you advice. Do something different than I'm doing because I'm not killing it. I'm here. Right?
Yeah, I'm
it's
here
just-
right
it's
now.
Not good.
You know what? It's funny because I think about, you think about Baltimore, which is market 21, something
Uh-huh.
like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 2 clubs,
Mhm.
right? I mean,
There's some ones that are starting to bubble up that I'm learning more about.
Right, no, it
There's
should be-
Magoobies,
right.
Port, Zizimos,
yeah.
but there's your main club.
The
Yeah,
Comedy
yeah.
Factory, Sully's.
Yeah.
Yeah. There are some, but yes, there are only 2. I went right from Magoobies to Port.
Right.
I completely skipped Comedy Factory.
Yeah, that's what I meant. And so it's like you figure a market this size, because Charlottesville, this fucking open mic filled with homeless people, and there's, I know at least there's 22 comics.
I am.
You know what I mean?
Each-
You didn't go laugh,
Well,
did you?
It's funny.
What were
you
there,
know,
30?
there was like 3 more that went after me that were completely buried on that mic,
Oh
right?
my God.
But I remember sitting there and I'm with some other comic at the back, and he's like an older guy, and he's like,
Yeah.
we shoot the shit for a second. And I see this other older black guy sit down next to us, and I'm like, I kind of look at him. I was like, hey, what's going on, man? He just goes, oh, shit about it, like that. Just kind of mumbles
like
at me.
fucking Animal from the
I was
Muppets.
I was like, oh, this is one of the homeless
Oh,
guys. They're
yeah.
just in here for warmth.
Oh, you're crazy.
And so I knew I spotted him right away. The other guy tries to like spark up. He's like, so you're here to do comedy tonight? And he just goes,
Did you give him one of your whole
As he
pizzas?
takes a whole bite of a rat.
I was like,
He just-
and I just leaned in. I was like, he's always in character.
This guy never
He's-
breaks.
He's the best.
I don't know if you guys know this, but one time when I was in the funniest person in Baltimore competition, I'm probably talking around 2006. This is
Yeah.
before my show.
Mhm.
There was a fucking homeless guy named Airplane. Do you remember him? He was
Huh.
he's a
Homeless guy
comedian.
named
No, I don't
Airplane.
remember.
Yes,
Airplane to airplane.
His name was Airplane. He was a white guy.
Yeah.
And with long hair, and he got up and he did fucking stand up.
Okay.
A homeless guy.
Got on stage
And-
September 10th, 2001.
And let me tell you something about Airplane. Not funny at all.
Not great.
Not fun,
No,
not
dude.
funny at all. And I remember saying to Chip Kachalla, I go, why are you getting? He goes, we need acts.
We need people.
We gotta
We
have.
need-
We gotta
have
fill.
an
We
act.
gotta
I go-
fill the fucking roster.
I go, I know he didn't bring the people
Yeah.
you were supposed to be. I mean, he just walked in off the street
Yeah.
out here.
He counts the lice as each attending.
Yeah, the guy-
They're all part of the 2-point drink.
Yeah,
minimum.
some of the people that he brought only he can see.
Yeah.
Okay, he's loudly talking. What was you say? You told a new bit? Because I tried a new one of Park Books Joe knows about.
I had a new bit and it worked. It's funny, it worked really good in Stanton, and then I came back here to try it some more. It's not working as good. I tried it in VR. That's the only
Okay.
place it didn't work. But I had this idea. It's called like you've seen the John Wick movies.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you know how like John Wick, he's killed like 1,000 people,
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
point blank range,
Yes.
shooting them with guns
Double
and stuff,
tap.
right?
Pop, pop.
That at no point does he ever. Never have I seen him like take it and just put in some earplugs first before he does this. So he's
Yeah.
just shot thousands of rounds.
He has to be
with-
deaf.
Yeah, so he's just my whole character is like this is my only impression is like I'm real life John Wick. He's like, hey, what's going on? What's that? What's that? Yeah, I killed my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. They call me Baba Yaga.
It works.
That's
I
very
like
funny.
it.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing I'm back.
Yeah, yeah.
So
That's great.
just
All
him
right.
going being
Now,
hard fearing.
I tried the cocktail joke at Park Books. It was the one that didn't pan
Oh,
out.
yeah.
The story about the guy that was mixing the cocktail,
Alright,
the
yeah.
fancy pants cocktail.
Yeah,
Did you hear this?
No.
Okay, it's just a thing that happened that I'm trying to condense it so any fucking tag or anything would be appreciated.
All right.
But it was one of the last episodes. I went to a place called Red Wine Bar downtown Annapolis.
Yeah,
Is it Red
okay.
Wine or Wine Bar? I can't
I think
remember.
it's
Red Wine Bar.
maybe it is, yeah.
And I was there on a night where they were doing trick bartending. And the guy behind the counter, I just asked for a Jameson ginger,
Mhm.
and it was him and his partner, and they're doing the fucking Tom Cruise from Cocktails bit. They're like fucking tossing glasses and shit
They have like
And
one
the-
of those circus things where one jumps on one side and the other one pops up and catches it.
out of nowhere. They're like bouncing a fucking bottle on top of their head while the other's like, "Whoa, we almost got it!" And it's taking for fucking ever. Like me and the guy next to me are looking at me like, "Jesus Christ, dude!" I asked a very simple drink, and finally at the end of this whole production, and they're not doing great by the way. They're spilling shit. They're, like ice is hitting the floor. The guy like sets it in front of me and like spins it and like lands. Like, what are we drinking to? I got my son's got cancer. and the girl of the two just walked to the back and never came back out.
God, one more bottle was spun.
Yeah, no, they just stopped, and I just had one drink, and the guy next to me I was kind of eye rolling with. He's like, "Is everything all right? Is that true?"
Mhm.
Like, "Oh no. I just wanted to. I had to put a stick in his boat because I can't suffer that.
Yeah.
I need make me a fucking Jack and Ginger, make me a rum and Coke. I don't need all that. Okay,
That's good. I like that.
I don't need
Yeah.
cocktails and dreams. I don't need that at all.
You should tag it with the John Wick joke.
Yeah,
I should
yeah,
do
yeah.
that.
Throw
What's
that
that?
shit right on the end. Yeah.
Yeah, Dirty Shirley. I said a Dirty Shirley. Let's get twisted.
Justin, next time you go in there, do full Matt Murdock Daredevil. Just come in blind and like you can't see anything they're doing.
Oh my god, dude, that's hysterical. So I'm just sitting there waiting for my drink, and as he hands it to me, I just start like,
Hey,
just go
you
in
can
There it is.
also
it was all for nothing.
Yeah.
It sounded great, and I go, it sounded great. I just poured it over my shoulder. I missed it again.
one thing you can do is you could point and try to knock one of those bottles out of,
Yeah.
out of their hands. Oh,
Hey, let's take a quick break. Let's thank another one of our sponsors. When we come back, Eric, got to ask you about that home improvement
Oh,
you
I gotta
got
get
going on.
one.
All right, stick around.
Oh yeah.
Eric Woodworth, special guest, Bussy. Real quick before home improvement, A, where are you and Tommy going to be next? B, get into your show at Church of Satire. That I was
Oh,
getting
okay.
I was getting texts from people that were there
Oh really?
and said it was fucking.
Well, we had a pretty
insane.
good show at the Church of Satire.
I heard from one of the
you
dudes that
can-
runs it, Nutty. We're both like, fuck.
Yeah, we had a good show. It was good. We kind of crushed that. It's Church of Satire is just a little club or whatever that you can go up to in Hanover,
Small
PA.
but mighty but fun.
At most, it probably holds 70 people. That
Oh,
would be
that's
packed to
generous.
the gills. 50 feels like a full
standing.
house.
Yeah.
We probably had like, I don't know, 30, 40 people, which felt like a pretty full
But it's
room
fucking
there.
great. Such
And it's a fun
room.
little kill box or whatever. And the show is your classic Bussy show. Is really we performed, I think, as good as we could. But
That's a
what
great
you do,
stage.
45? 45?
yeah, we did about 45
Okay.
minutes.
That's a small
And,
stage for both y'all. One
yeah,
comic up there does not have a lot of room to move around.
Yeah, well, I'm used to being on top of old Thomas and Bonzo,
Mhm,
and there was some comic, and I apologize if he's a listener or whatever, but
You're gonna
Yeah.
shit on him.
no, I'm not gonna shit on him because I didn't. Here's the thing, I didn't watch his act, but I remember I think it was Tom Nutty out there, and I was trying to hype this guy up because he was about to go up, and Ryan Nazer was going to feature, so he's like,
Oh shit, yeah, he's great.
I think he's the guest spot or whatever who's in there, and I'm trying to hype this kid up, and I'm like, hey man, you feeling good? He's like, I don't know, man, I'm a little bit nervous. I was like, listen, that's a normal thing, but you got to go out there. I was like, you got to be doing better than this guy. So I'm like shitting on Tom Nutty,
Right.
But I was like, you hear that? I don't hear any laughs.
Mhm.
Okay, like that. So I was like, you got to be doing better than that guy. You're gonna be fine. Blah blah blah. So I'm gassing him up a little bit. Apparently, it goes on. He eats the biggest of dicks. I
no.
don't know. So anyway, after the show though, after the show, we're loading up a gear or whatever, and getting back to the car. And Tommy Sabazo has the ability to he doesn't have really an inside voice, especially if you're shitting on somebody.
Yeah.
Right. We say goodbye to that guy. And then he was like, hey man, good to see you. And he thinks he walks the other way. Tommy goes, like, God, that guy fucking bombed. He was fucking horrible, blah blah blah.
Oh, no.
I look behind him, he's walking 5 feet behind us.
Oh no. I wish I still had the photo. Nutty mailed me a wedding invitation for later this
okay.
year. And I mean, I immediately Renee sent you when I asked. And I mean, you get to go to Robbie's. So,
That's true.
Must be nice.
but I did send a picture back. I deleted it. Where I just placed my balls on it over top of and send it back. It's like, can't make it. And just gently place them on there. It's like them in a field with horses. And I was like, I'd love to go, but
Does Tom?
here's my present.
Does he run that room?
He helps with it.
He does one. I think he just runs the Tom Nutty and Friends show.
When
And
is
then,
the Tom Nutty and Friends?
like
I
once
think
a
it's on
month?
Saturday night, like once a month.
All right.
And
It's a fucking blast.
I did shit on Tom. They were like, how many pre-sales they were talking about? They're like, well, we got like 22 tickets already sold, and we'll probably have a couple walk-ins. And I was just like, wow, Tom, a lot of friends.
Not a ton of pals, but then
That
the
was
place always fills up, and
Yeah.
they're going to expand. I think next year they're going to knock down the building next to it, the wall next to it in the next building.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be like 150, 200 seater.
Well,
Does
they
it-
keep saying it, but then I think he's gonna. I don't know.
Do they have
Jim is a weird
food and
dude.
drinks
No,
there?
No,
it's
yeah,
BYOB.
nothing.
They don't have fucking
BYOB.
nothing. No, they've got like crackers and Snickers you can buy
Yeah.
up front, and like candles and crystals.
Yeah, no,
What's
the
with the
candles
fucking
and
merch
crystal
counter?
thing is gone now.
That's
They've
gone now?
knocked all that down, and now
Yeah.
there's a new.
You can buy
opening
like
thing.
dream catchers and shiwis up front, but you can't get like
Dude,
a Coke.
I years ago when that place first opened, they had like a weird store that I have a picture because I broke into it because it was like closed that night, and it's just they had a replica actual Halo blade, like the laser sword, and was made out of metal, and I just have a picture
Like
of
the
me
Elites looking
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Next
beam sword.
Whatever. Okay.
You should have bought that and one of those towels from the
Shut up.
and
I
then
shut
rush
up.
the stage. This show's fucking mine now.
But the show was great. I had a fun time. And any other future things, just check out hotbussy.com, Bussy with an I, home of the Bionic Universal Super Soldiers Incorporated, or just hotbussy.com.
Yeah.
There's our show dates will be up there.
Before you go into the next subject. Okay. I don't know anyone.
Yeah.
Anyone, including Kiss, the band Kiss, that has more merch than Bussy.
Now, Bussy,
Really?
well, I met someone on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Bussy's second only.
Every time Tommy's like, hey, I'm making dog tags. Hey, I'm making shot glasses. Hey, I'm making
back
koozies.
braces.
Hey, I mean, how many different types? You have the stickers?
We have
you
the
have the
stickers,
magnets?
the stickers and the magnets. Yeah.
You have the dog tags.
We have the dog tags now. That's
You
a
have
new
the
thing.
t-shirts.
And the t-shirts.
That's all you have.
That's all we got.
That's a lot.
But Tommy just got his laser engraver, so now he's excited to make.
Because he made those dog tags look sick as hell.
Yeah. That's a brand new thing that hasn't even hit the market yet.
Because I have Bussy. I assume it's still in my car. I think I do if it's not on there, but we have it on a refrigerator too.
Yeah.
We have Bussy magnets on.
We are running a Bussy contest that if you take a picture of the wildest place you stick the Bussy sticker and tag us, we call it the Wild Bussy site.
Brittany's got a good idea. I mean, considering one of your songs, erase my search history mouse pads.
Ooh.
I mean, come on, man. That's fucking clean.
Doesn't sound bad.
If I'm dead and you're
Doesn't
seeing
sound
this mouse pad, fucking please erase my search history. Like the
Yes.
back of it, the lyrics, head out to the shed.
What
All
about
right, I'm into
special
it.
girl butt plug?
Oh.
Ooh, special girl tracheotomy breathing tubes.
Yeah.
The funniest one that I thought Tommy and I thought of, we called it the Bussy consented candle. And
Consented candle, right?
And what its purpose is, if you both light it, it implies consent. At that
It's
point.
on.
Oh, okay.
Two
That's
wicks,
good. I like
one
it.
passion.
Yeah, that's
I like it.
Is you
That's the
force
idea.
your hand over to the lighter.
I wonder if you sold sex toys, if they would sell.
I
Like
don't
a little
know.
bullet.
Bussy bullets,
Yeah.
Bussy.
Bussy replica
Double-sided-
cocks of each of us.
Yeah.
There's Tommy's
Tommy's
monster
cock
cock, and then and this
His
little
big,
starter,
huge, gnarled nut.
this little starter dick.
What are
that
you in
I
the mood
sell.
for? What do you-
What do you want? Choose your weapon. Dual wield the Bussy.
Do you want trauma or a nice time? What do you want?
I mean, they make
You know?
those chocolate molds online that you can order to like mold your own butthole to
Yeah.
give out as gag gifts. You guys should have just some sort of like real doll that you could sell of each of your actual bussies.
Yeah,
Like actually get like a nice like polymer mold of your assholes.
We talked about this on here. I've never seen my butthole. I've never seen it.
really? You've never taken a picture?
I'll unplug
you know
that
what?
fucking webcam right now.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna tonight. I promise I'll take a picture of it.
Yeah, take a picture.
I'd like to know if it's a mess. You won't see it, but if it's what I think it is, I think it's pretty good shape.
Do you know who has a horrible asshole?
Me.
I think you said it because one time didn't you sit on a glass table?
That was because I had a real bad itch that day and it was inflamed.
right.
I have popped a stitch on a wrinkle. I have a lip.
Oof.
I have an actual. So you've got the crinkle all the way around. I got a little labia on my
one
asshole.
little-
I've got one that's just completely out, and I could go back there and it looks like a little radish slice.
Okay.
And I'm gonna guess if I'm thinking of my asshole.
Oh,
It's at
God.
about the 5 or 6 o'clock position, and it's just this little bit of bubble
You
gum
really
back there.
You've looked closely.
You should get a
Countless
tattoo
times.
that's
blow it up.
Mhm.
You should get a little tattoo that says 5 o'clock somewhere.
So yeah, if you
Ask me about my lip.
don't see a picture of my butthole tonight,
All right.
that means it's a goddamn mess.
Oh,
okay. If it doesn't make it to you,
I mean,
it can't make it.
I'm
out
gonna
there.
guess it's
Yeah.
a mess. I'm gonna guess it's not
I'm
good.
guessing
No, I
it ain't
don't
great.
think that
It can't
is.
be in good shape.
You're right. I'm
It
pretty
can't
old.
be in good shape. It just none of
Yeah.
them are great. Did I ever tell you? I think I might have told the story on the podcast before when there was a woman that I was with so many years ago. God, it might have been when I lived in Rockville, and we were having doggy style sex,
Mhm.
Okay.
and a relatively smooth body. She had one hair just crawling out of her crack, it was just this one straight hair. And I thought it was like, oh, you got a little something on you type thing. Like, oh, there you go. Sorry, you got a little whatever. So I reached in and boink, fucking scream. I plucked an ass hair out of her. And it was just this one long button. And when I felt the tug, it popped out, but it had the little white niblet at the end of it. Like that's the follicle. And jumps off, screams, what the fuck? And I'm just like holding on. I'm sorry. I thought you had a hair on you.
I thought you said it.
Yeah, I'm
mid thrust.
I used to have. I'm right here. I still have it.
She probably thought it was your kink.
Dude,
right?
This is so gross. This is so gross. Okay, I have another one where there was. I'll show you a picture of it too. She was.
Okay.
She was a 4. It was bad, and well fed. Okay, well fed, hearty.
Yeah.
And I'm back there, and just right at the top of the crack, right at the top. Just a little bit of poop. just a little bit, like someone didn't. She went front to back, and she could have gone for 1 or 2 more passes. And there was, and because I was like doing the hand on the butt.
Of course, you have to. Don't you keep going until you either see nothing or red?
It's either blank or red. That's it. You never. It's what's the Andy? It's a marker. It's a marker. No matter what, there's more poop. And I just did the bit right. I held the button and I just opened it a little bit. I was like, oh, and I just shut it. And for the rest of the session,
went from a 4 to a 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It was. I just remember. I just sort of looking up at the ceiling fan for the rest of it. Like I'm just gonna pretend. I'm gonna pretend that didn't happen. I'm about to fake an urgent place to be. Fucking so gross.
That's fucking horrible.
It's awful.
I like it.
So yeah, you were saying earlier you had a home improvement thing you were getting at.
Okay, so the basement of the Woodworth estate, it's pretty nice. I have that stadium seating, but my lower couch down there.
I don't think I've been there since the step. Have I seen the stadium seating? I don't think
you've probably just seen it, but I had a really uncomfortable, cheap couch I bought off Amazon. And I'm a Facebook Marketplace kind of guy. I'm looking for a hot deal, and I want to get something good. And
I got a couch over there. You want it?
Nope, I'm already out of the couch game now.
Okay.
So I found one that was in town, $75, and it's a 3-seater. Full leather couch and electric recliner.
Rarely shat.
So
how much?
$75.
Fuck yeah!
They just need it out of their house.
That's the thing.
So
Getting it out.
This is price to move.
Okay.
So I go get it with, and you know what? This has never happened before. I always hedge my bets. Okay. So like if I know I need somebody to help me, and it can't be my teenage daughter, and it can't probably be my wife because she's got a bad back. So I gotta get another man. So I asked 3 different people. All 3 of them said yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah. I don't even need this other person.
Yeah.
So I got one to help me with the pickup. And then I got another, my next door neighbor. He's going to help me load it in the hard work.
Nice.
Right.
Good man.
Well, guess what? This thing doesn't come apart, and it's heavy. Okay.
Oh, dude, those old recliners are hundreds of pounds.
We barely get it out of the door of that house, and I'm already nervous. I'm like, God, this is gonna be a bitch to get in my house because I'm gonna have to take it around back. I definitely can't go through here. I'm measuring stuff, so I finally get it back off the truck, and now I'm with my neighbor who's not as strong as the other guy that helped me load it up. Whatever. But
pussy.
He's no. Shout outs Jeff. He's a great guy, my neighbor. He's awesome. So we're coming in. We're kind of forcing it in through the back door because it's tight through there. And I get the old lady and the kid, and we're all just kind of like trying to shove it through. I was like, it's $75. It gets a scratch. Who cares?
Yeah,
right? Let's just get it in, right?
Yeah.
So I get it all the way in, and as I'm doing it, there's one of the sewage pipes from the back of my bathroom down there. We kind of like lean into it, and I hear a little hiss. And I'm like, oh, that's not good. And I'm like,
you burst a seal.
But I kind of push it off it, and the hiss stops, and I'm like, okay, I think we're okay. We get it in. The couch is awesome. It's great. I got these dual seating recliners now. It's awesome, right? The whole setup. But I'm like, it's bothering me that thing hissed earlier. And I flush, and when I hear it run, I hear a little again. I'm like, oh, this isn't good.
No.
So I look at it. Do you guys know what a 2-inch sewage check valve is?
No.
Hey, I know. All I know about that is you don't want it to break.
Here's the part that's hissing. It's this. Okay.
Okay.
Now what's below there is the ejector pump what happens
I've
is when
got
this
an
thing
ejector
fills
clamp.
up, this thing fills with shit, and then it shoots up through here, and then shoots
It's
the
for-
shit out.
It's for
and- of the
basement.
house.
If you
Yeah.
had if you ever
So-
turn that into a toilet over there,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to have one of these things because
Okay.
a
Yeah.
standard upstairs toilet uses gravity for water to
Yes.
go.
Right.
This thing needs to shoot
Gotta
water.
fucking
Yeah.
shoot
Mine
it.
fucking goes defective all the time, and I've got to rattle the pipe with
Yeah,
a
yeah.
plunger to go up.
So
Those things are not great.
I notice also that it's when it does run, it gets like a little drip or two that comes out. I'm like, that's not good. That's not good. That's sewage that's spouting
shit
in. So I got to
water.
get this fixed. Well, I decided to take the project on myself.
Oh,
no!
YouTube tutorial.
So this part costs $22. I go and buy it. I'm looking at how it works. I'm like, seems pretty simple. I think I just got to undo this. I undo this side. There's a little drippage. And I'm like, no problem at all.
Oh, no.
And I start to undo this side, the other side. And I start to see a much more aggressive dripping. And I was like, hey, you know what? You know what? I'm going to do the smart thing. I'm just going to put a little bucket under here. Let's let this drain for a little bit and I'll come back.
I feel like
This
let
is
it-
shit water.
This is
Oh.
shit water.
This
It's coming
stinks.
out. Okay. So
It
I let
looks
it,
like that fucking chocolate milk earlier.
Oh.
I let it drain for about like 30 minutes and I'm like, okay. And I come back and I was like, it doesn't look like much is dripping out. All right. So I go to turn it again. I turn the screw. It immediately turns into a super soaker of shit spray that's going like in every direction.
shit.
Hey, do you want to know the first place it hits?
Right, your nose
Your
and eyes.
mouth.
My open mouth. my immediate reaction is like, hey, let me get this screwdriver and turn it back. But no, the first thing is like this.
Some of that shit's your daughter's.
So
Some of that shit's your wife's.
so
It's all your shit.
I'll tell you
Some of
what,
that shit might be Jeremy's.
by the time
Oh.
I retightened it enough, I mean I'm covered in
In shit.
piss and shit.
It
It's in my
stinks.
eyes, it's in my face, and it's all over me. And I'll tell you
Oh.
one thing that gave me a little bit of comfort. This is a little bit of comfort in this horrible time. I was thinking about all the people online because every time I see somebody who drinks like piss or something, I'll send it to Tommy or somebody just to gross them out. And I'm like, these people lived. I'm gonna be okay.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
I'm
be
gonna be
all right.
Okay. I just
might
got a
get
little
an-
bit on my mouth.
like you're gonna get a fucking
So-
eye infection.
So you
Yeah.
also had to clean yourself up. You also had to clean your family shit off the floor.
So it wasn't. Yeah, I'm covered in shit. So I went outside and turned the hose on. It's cold outside. I'm
Oh,
just
who
mad.
gives a fuck?
I'm just
Yeah.
Tommy boying it. I'm a maniac,
Uh-huh.
blasting myself.
It's like
so
the
I'm
wolf is
soaking.
over there.
Yeah. But I can't. I was like, well, I got to clean all this shit up that's in this corner now. So then I spent with the shitty clothes for the next 30 minutes mopping and cleaning.
Wolfgang
I
says
finished.
you sipped the forbidden smoothie.
I cleaned all, but I did. I mopped all of it up, and then I took all of these clothes. I threw away like 3 towels because I was like, we just need
Yeah, yeah.
towels and this and
You
that.
got to double back
Oh,
that shit.
you got to throw
Oh.
all that shit away, and then that stuff sprays in areas
Yeah.
where you don't see it came from. So there's going to be. Is there, as we sit here now, is there a smell at the area?
No smell at all.
You were
and
able to
I test with Erik Woodworth, who, by the way,
Honey, I need you to go
her
upstairs
favorite-
and have diarrhea.
her favorite thing when I take on something she knows I can't do is like, we should just call a professional. I go, no, we don't.
I got
And
this.
I got this.
I mean, and at the end of the day, you did it. But let me ask you a question.
well, here's the thing. Put it like this. I spent $22 and I fixed this and I got shit sprayed in my mouth. I would say I netted at the very least $778.
Yeah, but
you can
you
spray me
made
with
some
some
money.
shit.
I don't think so. If I say, can I spray my shit in your mouth for $700? Your answer is no.
Yeah.
It is just a drop.
Fucked up, dude.
Is it just a drop?
But
But
that's
like,
not what it was. It was a super soaker's worth.
can it be from this distance? You can't aim it, but just give me a good spray.
How much to go up and
700
down on
bucks,
the
let's do
pipe?
it.
Up and down on the pipe. That's it. Oh my god, I'm
I-
trying to find a photo. Did I talk about me repairing my dryer here at all? About the heating element my dryer gave out.
You may
Yeah.
have, but while you're looking for that,
Yeah, let me see. If, I
if
can
you had to
find
do
this
it over
thing.
again, what would you have done differently?
I think I figured out what. Here's the thing.
'Cause there's
I
got to be a
think-
way to kind of shut off what's happening,
The
right?
valve, like it holds everything from coming back down because it shoots up, so it just stops everything from
Yeah.
going back in. If I just poked it, probably with like a pen from the other side, my hand would have got shitty, but it could have all just gone
Oh,
into
okay,
a
I
bucket.
gotcha.
So that's
oh,
what I
that's
thought.
so. Like, what's the most
Instead-
home improvement thing you've done, Joe?
Me,
Yes.
one time I attempted to put a garbage disposal in,
Ah,
unsuccessful.
Here we go.
Mm.
Found it. So the heating element in my dryer went bad, and I had to replace it with this heating coil.
You did that?
There's an old. Well, hold on. Here's the old one. That's where it snapped.
Okay.
It just heated up after a while, and I had to pop the whole thing out. And this is, you'll notice, I have completely taken the drum apart, and I've ripped out the guts of the entire thing. Got a new dryer showing up on Saturday. Yeah, because I fucked my dryer up royally. I absolutely destroyed that dryer from the inside out. I ripped the guts out, hooked it up. It overheats.
This just happened?
This happened like a week or two ago. It started to work, and then it never stopped heating up. And yeah, I hooked up something. Some wires are touching something, and now when you turn the dryer on, the paint on the wall behind it starts to warp. And I've destroyed it. I've completely.
I like it. Now I can cook chicken tenders as well.
Yay! It's not just a dryer; it's an air fryer. And we are the DLP Agenda. Eric Woodworth, have you come up with a show? Send us out slogan.
Oh, gosh, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other.
Oh God.
TCY, TCO.
Okay.
Isn't that what
TCO
the comedian would say?
Engage. No. Finish the fight. No.
RKO.
RKO.
Really?
SMD. FL. G and J.
SMD. TIC.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I like that. And IWTF. B. Yeah. IWTF. B. And that. Yeah. I'll tell you what that stands for.
IWTFB, everyone.
Okay. Take care, guys. We'll talk to you next week. Travel safely, Rob.